I was fortunate to meet this nice young gentleman when I was skeptical about growing wheatgrass in, in your own house or your room, and like Ann Wigmore, and I'm not going to be negative. I only want to look for something always better. At the age of 76, I don't listen to what most people say. I'm looking at the people. And I always figured from my German friend Maximilian that the stuff that grows in that soil, that's the power. That's the power. So I met this gentleman, and I see a big picture, about big as this wall, this big, beautiful pines wheatgrass growing up there. And I says to him, I said, where do you get your pines wheatgrass? He says, you're looking at it, Gypsy. I said, wow. He said, you mean right from the earth? Now, a lot of people in my booth tell me, but isn't the fresh wheatgrass better than the pines wheatgrass that comes in a powder form, or tablet, or tablet, or capsules? I said, fresh apricots are great, but you know what's even more powerful? The sun-dried unsulfured apricots, which I have sold out. You soak them, they swell up. They're more powerful than the fresh apricot. You take the powder, pines wheatgrass, you put it in a spoon of water or any liquid, and it's the same reaction. And same way with the capsules and the tablets. So I want to introduce my friend and your friend, right from Lawrence, Kansas, Ron.
I grew up on a farm near Lawrence. My dad's farm was probably about 60 miles from where we're currently growing wheatgrass. We grew wheat on the farm. To give you a little bit of an idea of how a farmer looks at the way a lot of people grow wheatgrass, my dad and all the farmers around our part of the country, when they plant the wheat, they plant it in rows about 7 inches apart, the rows are, and then about the seeds are maybe 3 inches apart down the row. As it's planted in the fall, and then in the fall, usually about September, and then by October, in the cool weather of the fall, it maybe only grows about that tall, begins to stool out some because it's got room to grow, to expand, to form little runners that come off of that. And then the cold of winter comes in, and it kind of goes into a dormant stage during the winter, and it's under the snow and under the cold until about, the last part of February, 1st of March, and then it starts growing again very slowly. By the time we harvest the wheatgrass, which is at the joining stage in April, it's still only about this tall, but it's been in the ground for 200 days, soaking up the sunshine, soaking up, developing very high levels of nutrients. As sugars are produced by the plant, through photosynthesis, the sugars are converted into more complex nutrients. The plant gets just super high in nutrition. That's why all the research that was done on wheatgrass, on sear grasses, was done in the city of Lawrence, Kansas, mostly. There was some done in other areas, but they found that the Kaw River Valley in Kansas is where the best sear grass grows. When I say sear grass, I mean wheatgrass, barley grass, oat grass, ryegrass. All your sear greens are very similar at that joining, when they're young like that. Having grown wheat all my life, and I know how it grows right, slowly in the cold weather of winter, when I see it all crowded together in a little tray with the seeds 300 times closer together than by nature they should be, when I see it being forced to grow in 7 days, what should take all winter to do, it's a little bit appalling.